Once again, welcome students. Today we're going to focus on rounded numbers. So we want to round numbers to the nearest tens. So let's put a number. Here we have 5, 8. So we want to round 58 to the nearest tens. And there's a rule when it comes to rounding numbers. The rule, whenever you round a number to the nearest tens, you always, let's place value or number. You have ones, tens. So you mark off the number that you're rounding. So 5 is in the tens place. So this is the number we're going to round. Remember, whenever you're rounding a number, you always look to the number before it. And if this number before it is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you will add 1 to the number that you're rounding, and the next number will become 0. Or if there is more than one number, those other numbers will become 0. Also, remember when you're rounding a number, you find that number that you're rounding. In this case, we're rounding 5 to the nearest tens. So we check the number before it. Also, if that number is 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, the number that you're rounding will remain the same, and the other number will become 0. So let's go straight into rounding 58 to the nearest tens. All right, so we know that 5 is in the tens place. So because the number before it is 8, remember the rule says if this is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, we'll add 1 to this number that we're rounding. And add 1 to 5 will give us 6. And this next number will become 0. So 58, when you round 58 to the nearest tens, that will give you 60. Let's place another number. This time, let's round 54. 54 to the nearest tens. You have ones, tens. So the first thing you want to do is to find which number is in the tens place. And we come ones, tens. The 5 is in the tens place. And when rounding a number, you look at the number before. Remember, the rule says that if the number before the number that you're rounding is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you will add 1 to this number. But if this number before the number that you're rounding is 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, this number will remain the same. So 5 will remain the same, and the number before it will become 0. So when you round 54 to the nearest tens, the 5 remain the same, the next number becomes 0, so 54 round to 50. Let's do one more example. Let's say we want to round 5, 3, 6 to the nearest tens. So this time we have 3 numbers. You have 6 in the ones place, 3 in the tens place, and 5 in the hundreds place. But remember, we're rounding to the nearest tens, so this is the number we're focusing on. 5 is in the hundreds place. We don't need that, but that will still be a part of our answer, so we automatically bring down the 5. All right, the 3 is in the tens place, so we look to the number before it. The rule says that if that number before it is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you will add 1 to the number that you're rounding. And because this is 6, we're going to add 1 to this 3, and this 3 will become 4, and that 6 will become 0. So whenever you round 536 to the nearest tens, it will round to 540. Let's do one more example. Let's round 5, 3, 2 to the nearest tens. Ones, tens, 100. Remember, we're rounding 532 to the nearest tens. So we find a number in the tens place, and that's 3. The 5 is in the hundreds place. We don't really need that as yet. So we just bring it down because it will be a part of our answer. And we locate our 3 that we're rounding in the tens place. And the number before it, the rule says if it's 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, the number that you're rounding remains the same. So the 3 remains the same, and that 2 becomes 0. Once you locate and you add 1, or you don't have to add 1, just make the next number 0. So 532 is rounded to 530. Coming up shortly, we'll have rounded number to the nearest hundreds.